Hello there, welcome to the video. So today is Saturday, so as you know it's parkrun day, and we've hit peak traffic here at Voortrekker Monument in Parkrun with the Boeremark happening this morning. But in this video we will be discussing race day nutrition strategy and race plan. We will be discussing our A, B and Z goals for the Comrades Marathon. Nutrition fuels the body. It gives the body energy. Nutrition is not only important on race day, it is also important in the days, weeks, months leading up to the race. So your body needs fuel to perform, and your nutrition constantly needs to supply fuel to your body. Race day nutrition starts at breakfast. After you've woken up, about 2 hours prior to the race. Breakfast also needs to be practiced. It's not something you can do on race day alone. It fills the tank, and the rest of the day's nutrition keeps the tank topped up. Part of the morning run routine, pre-run routine, morning routine, whatever you call it, electrolytes. So we use Revive Rehydrate. It has 1,000 milligrams sodium in. So electrolytes can be tested in your blood, which is always a good indicator if you do need electrolytes and how much. So my sodium has always been low, so this one works very well for me. And then I take my normal creatine and L-glutamine as well for recovery. It's also important to feel from the start of the race, not only when you get hungry, then it's too late. Nutrition is also something that needs to be practiced. So on all our long runs, we've been practicing our race day nutrition strategy. Your body needs to be used to the type of nutrition that you plan to take on race day. It has to be something that it gets familiar with. So it's basically the same as the gear. Your body needs to be used to it. Otherwise, you will have many problems. For sure, some nausea, vomiting, cramps. You can have that complications anyway, but not necessarily. So your best chance is to practice it and execute it as you practice it in the same way, same amounts, so that your body can have the necessary energy. Okay, we've got Pietri here today. We're still at the Voortrekker Monument parkrun. Pietri is done 4 Comrades. She's done 4 Comrades, and I'm gonna ask her now what her nutrition strategy is for the Comrades Marathon.
Thank you. At the moment I'm trying out the Biogen just because it's cheapest. I'm looking with the value for money. So then you get a 45 gram. There's a new sachet, and the tier is also very nice. You don't have to drop it. So that's 45
so it's like
grams.
A gel.
It's a gel.
Okay.
So I'll take one. Actually, before I start with eggs in the morning. I love my eggs with a bit of yogurt as well. So I do the eggs and yogurt, and on my way I'll have a banana. And the winning breakfast now is 2 slices of bread with honey on it. So yeah, that's my new breakfast on my way, and then I'll have the 45 gram of bhajan, and that I'll take every 45 minutes. And I think that's enough, that's sufficient. That's what I tried with my marathons, and it works for me, and it's easy on the stomach, and it's not too many gels to carry because it got that 40 grams of carbs. So yeah, and then on the way I eat from the people are great. If you think you're dying, don't wait till the next water table. People along the way is just generous. So yeah, I eat from the people on the road.
Like the bananas, potatoes,
and some of them bake stuff, they have sandwiches, and then I just take from the people. So I carry say like 10 gels, and then I'll have the Coke and water. I always mix a half bit of water in the Coke for that gas not to get into your stomach. So yeah.
And do you take the juices, like the thirsty sacks?
Closer to the end, if I think I have a gram, but then I don't know why, but if there's colours, I always stick to one colour. I don't take a blue and a yellow and a,
smooth.
I never had.
Got a lot to learn.
All the bumps I never had. Tummy issues. I think from all the bouncing I've realised that oats actually is a bit hard on my then my tummy gets runny, but I do the eggs now for breakfast and the 2 eggs of 2 slices of toast with honey. That works for me now.
Awesome!
But good luck with that.
Thank you, Petra.
Okay.
Go well and good luck. Okay, so what is our nutrition strategy? So I'll be taking 132 GOA gel en hulle hier van hierdie 32 GOA. Ja. 5 jelly babies. Jelly babies. Gels we take every hour on the hour. Jelly babies in between, so it's every like 30 minutes in between the gels, so that it's not overwhelming all at once. And 1 to 2 juices per hour. Weer op sorgie snack. Ek het 2 juices. The juice is about more or less 120 milliliters. The carbs and calories per hour will be these amounts. Dion's gonna add a boere of a draaivors.
Yeah, every hour, probably a piece. Just so that I have some solids, because I can't do just fluids. I need a little bit of solids at least.
Yeah, I'll also have to see at what time I'll be fed up with gels. Then I might need to grab a potato or a banana somewhere. But as far as possible,
just gels.
Yeah, we'll be taking gels, juices, and you taking the Coke.
Yeah, I take Cokes during the stuff. You in the juices more, I'm on the Coke.
Yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. love.
Pleasure.
Small steps matters. Persistence pays off. Nice. I'm bringing in hydration here as well, as hydration is key for race day success. Have you heard the joke about dehydration? No? Well, there's nothing funny about dehydration. When filling a hydration pack, or as they call it, a bladder, which might sound a bit inappropriate, just make sure that there is no air bubbles in it. Otherwise, there will be slushing on your back. Okay, Sunday long run. It is officially 13 days and a few hours away from Comrades. So it's less than 2 weeks to go. We're almost in single digits now. So almost there. Okay, race plan. A, B, Z goals and everything in between. So for me, A goal is to beat Dion. The goal of the day, beating Dion.
This young lady just lifted.
B goal is sub 10 hours. As my marathon prediction says I can do a 9 hour 45 Comrades. How realistic that is, I won't know up until I've tried. So that will be my big goal for the day. If anything goes wrong in between, it doesn't go according to plan, my aim will be just to finish Comrades and not to give up, just to finish, get it done within the 12-hour cutoff. Okay, so what will Dion's goals be?
Okay, so my A goal is to beat Kazakhstan. Because if I can beat Kazakhstan, then I know I'm finishing Comrades. B goal is sub 11. My marathon is actually just over 11, but I was also very sick when I did mine. So realistically I should be able to do a sub 11. And then my Z goal is to finish before the tail walker, which would be the 12-hour bus.
Yes. Dion's A goal is om voor die tail walker klaar te maak.
Tail walker is all that I can be.
Maar Dion's goal
Om by die tail walker.
voor die tail walker.
Voor die tail walker klaar te maak. Dit is my laaste keer goed uitgewerk.
Ja, dis fair. Okay. Then I've made a per kilometer breakdown of the Comrades Marathon. I will put a link in the description if there's anyone that would like to view it. It's not gonna be like theoretically proof of like exact numbers. I've copied it, elevation gain per kilometer from Strava, from Gerda Stein's previous uprun. So it's not gonna be according to the markers on the road. It's hopefully gonna be more or less as GPS kilometers. So that's just how my head works. So I prefer to know per kilometer what I'm looking at. So the red ones is basically the big 5. It's hills that's more than 50 gain, 50 meters gain per kilometer. The green ones is more flat or slightly up, and the yellow ones is gradual up, so they're like medium effort, and blue is the downhills. The ones that I didn't mark, well, blue is steep downhills, and the ones that's not color coded is normal downhills. Yeah, so I've told myself here for the first half to go slow, and the second half don't stop. So I know mentally we will tell ourselves that, but I thought if my eyes see it, read it, then it's real, and it might make more sense to me at that time. So incorporating like all the what's synthia in English? Senses. Yeah, because I know once you're in the race, it's gonna be a whole different vibe, and one might get completely swept up by adrenaline and excitement. Yeah, I've written here, Scafella Moya, do not give up. I've named the hills if I wanted to know where I am, and one of the podcasts I listened to as well, they said you will never be alone. What is what makes it great? So when I go through difficult patches, I will remind myself of the good things. Yeah, so in theory we're all good to go. So let's see. Alright, and then that's it for the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do some everything. The next video will be about the taper tantrums, and then I might include one from the Expo. Thank you. Yeah. And then it's the Comrades Marathon. What other video can you watch? Shucks. I'm just gonna add the playlist. If there's anything you guys can watch, it will all be there. Thanks. Enjoy. Cheers and strongs.